I'm Pooja Makhija, consulting nutritionist, and today we're going to be speaking about prenatal, postnatal and infant care. And I would urge you all to stick to the video and watch it till the end because there's going to be a contest and a lovely giveaway. Well, talking about pregnancy, what should your diet be during pregnancy? Well, I think I'm going to start by saying what it should not be during pregnancy. You're not eating for two. You're not eating because you're anyways going to gain weight, so I may as well eat all the foods that I have not been allowed for so long, and I may as well not eat normal dal, roti, sabzi and eat more of my desserts because in any case I'm going to gain weight, so I may as well gain weight eating the foods I love. So those are the first two things I don't want you to do, okay? Giving yourself good quality nutrition during pregnancy is giving your child good nutritional status from birth. Also, he is adjusting and introducing his palate to food through what you're eating. So if you're going to be eating crappy food, he is going to love just junk food. But if you're going to eat a wholesome plate and you're going to eat balanced food and you're going to even eat a karela and have a raw vegetable juice, you are at birth introducing your child to know the flavors of good eating and therefore never be a fussy eater and be a very good healthy child from birth forever. You are not eating for two, so please don't stuff yourself with that much food. Your basic calorie need goes above maybe by 200-300 calories at the very max throughout the day, throughout the term of the pregnancy, so don't stuff yourself with more. You are only increasing your work postnatal. So eat right, eat with thought and eat balanced so that you are not only going to give birth to a beautiful healthy baby, but you're also going to keep him healthy for the rest of his life and keep your work of weight loss postnatal to the bare minimum. Breastfeeding. How long should you breastfeed for and what should your diet be while you're breastfeeding? Well, before I start with that, first I'd like to say that breastfeeding is, according to me in my personal experience, one of the most gratifying feelings to nurse your baby. How long should you do it for? Exclusively at least for 6 months. I personally went up to 10 and 12 months of breastfeeding. WHO says 2 years is what is recommended, but I leave that to your discretion in terms of time and availability and how your baby is also eating other foods and nursing and growing and how his immunity is. So that's a personal call, but 6 months exclusive and at least for 10 to 12 months throughout and then wean the child away. And while you're breastfeeding, what should you eat? Everything. Okay, so there is a misnomer that you shouldn't be eating certain foods because it's going to be troubling your child or it's going to cause more gas or digestion problems. Of course, we have to introduce the foods to the mother very carefully, and you introduce them in small quantities to see how your baby is also adjusting to it. Whole legumes are supposed to be so scared of, but I don't recommend you to completely stay off it. Maybe not in the initial 1 or 2 weeks of just after delivery. Later, these have to be introduced so that your child gets used to it. Start introducing them in small quantities before you start having the whole bowl. But your diet should be as nourished and as varied as a happy, healthy plate. So do not refrain yourself from eating nothing because it is not good for your child. Your child should get used to everything. There was a study done where breastfeeding mothers were given carrots to eat while they were breastfeeding, and then there was a group that was given no carrots to eat. The group that was eating carrots while breastfeeding, when their children were introduced mashed carrot at 6 or 8 months of age, they happily gobbled it up and enjoyed it. Versus those moms who were forbidden to eat carrots, their kids spat it out. So clearly your child is developing his palate even through the breast milk that you're feeding him. So give him a varied palate so that he is eating everything and you don't have a fussy eater in your hands. When's a good time to start the solid feeds for your child? Well, I'd say 6 months as you start weaning your baby off breast milk is when you introduce it. I would start introduction to more savory foods than introduction of direct solid sweet fruits, so that the child, because sweet is a palate most children always love, right? Most people always love. So I would say introduce a little bit of savory, maybe like a dal water, or it could be a porridge, but it could be a savory porridge. I know we're not allowed to put salt in our child's food, but yet it could be more a savory product than a sweet one. And then we introduce the fruits and the porridges, and we've given you all those guides in my book Eat Delete Junior, how you can feed your child from birth till age 15. When should you start exercising postnatal? Well, I'd wait for 6 weeks. Well, our tradition says we should, and tradition has a lot of scientific backing, because your hormones are going through a complete switch post-pregnancy and breastfeeding. So till your hormones don't settle in, it's a good idea to take it easy with your exercise. I'm not asking you to be completely passive and not be doing any activity, but you don't need to start a fitness regime for a 60-minute class or do any strange diets and aggressive diets in that phase, because that is a time where A, the hormones are settling in, and B, we need to establish breastfeeding. We don't want anything to interfere with that cycle, so take it easy for 6 weeks. Post 6 weeks, my love, all the pampering, all the gond ka laddus and makhan malais can stop, and your exercise can start, and a healthy eating pattern can be introduced to restart weight loss and for you to get back into pre-pregnancy weight. So here's the exciting part, the contest. Well, the contest has a very simple question. What does healthy eating mean to you? Give me your answers in the comment section below, and the best answer is going to win an online consult with me on my very own health portal and app, nourishgenie.com. What does healthy eating mean to you? Tell me.